Good morning, everyone. Today is February 3rd, 2024. And we're on we are on our way to see Grandma Jean, which is my mom. And we're taking Dexter with us. And it's a beautiful day out, nice and sunny. Actually, it looks like a little bit of clouds in the background there.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, so it's 8 minutes after 11 a.m. in the morning, and we're already about maybe 20 minutes into our drive, half an hour kind of thing into our drive. About 15 minutes away from Ottawa, and it is minus 3 degrees Celsius out. So it is a really nice day for a drive out today.
It is.
And Dexter's just coasting with us, chilling with us here. And the traffic's not too bad. Obviously, you just seen us pass the transport. And so it is a pretty relaxing drive. Nice scenery. Usually at this time of year we have about 2 feet of snow in the bush, so very unusual winter we're having, but I'm not complaining.
Neither am I.
Yeah, so, and then I was looking at the 2-week forecast. We're supposed to have a little bit colder weather, a little bit below freezing at night, and kind of warmer during the day, like +1, +2. So that really does make you can do a lot of things outside that way. It doesn't keep you inside with the cold weather that we normally have. So yeah, hopefully everybody's having a good weekend, enjoying this beautiful weather. So we're just coming up to a spot right here. It's Champlain Park, and this is a boundary going in here. There's a little sign right here. It says boundary to Champlain Park. Samuel de Champlain's Park is what it's called. So, and this is another nice little beautiful river going through here. It's called Human de Ford River, if I pronounce that right.
I don't know. I didn't read it.
It's too French for me to pronounce.
Oh, I should have seen it.
Yeah.
I could have read it. I'm just enjoying this nice weather.
Yeah, we're getting our vitamin D today. Like I was saying, usually at this time of year there's lots of snow on the trees and things are a lot more wintry in our winter wonderland here.
Oh yeah. Wow.
So what I usually do at this point right now is I put it on cruise control. I just sit back with my foot off the gas and
Relax.
concentrate on driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, so stay tuned, everybody. Alrighty, everyone. We're in Ottawa now, and we're stopping at Tim Hortons here for a coffee and a cafe mocha for Marie.
That's my choice.
And I think Dexter's going to have 2
Timbits.
Timbits. I call them tidbits.
Yeah, little Timbits, eh?
You want a medium cafe mocha?
A medium cafe mocha, please. Oh, look at that. They put their finally decided to put which ones to throw in which can.
Oh yeah. I think that's a big thing about Tim Hortons is that they do cause a lot of pollution,
Yeah.
garbage along the side of the roads.
No kidding.
So.
Barbecue chicken. Sea salt wedges. Barbecue
Sea
chicken.
salt wedges.
Yeah. Get a wedgie.
I'll have a medium dark roast regular coffee, and also a medium cafe mocha, and 2 plain tidbits.
Did you see that chocolate croissant? Oh my god.
And that'll be it, yeah.
Okay. 2 what? Plain tidbits.
2 plain tidbits for my doggy. Yeah, you can really see how dirty our windshield is, but so when I stop for gas, I'm gonna wash the windshield.
Oh my god, look at it, eh? Is that outside?
No, that's inside. I already washed the outside.
Oh my god. Terrible. How could the inside get that way?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop throwing coffee at the windshield. Thanks, man. Or should you give me my card to zip?
That my mocha?
Thank you.
You're the one. And there's your
Great, thank you.
It's a little hot and I don't have room to put it now because Dexter's standing on the thing. Oof.
Ooh,
Jeez.
there's a mini tornado in front of us.
Yeah.
Alrighty, everyone, we're kind of eating on the run. That was a quick little stop at Tim Hortons.
Here in the bay.
Yeah, and what we got Dexter here is a plain tidbit, so
He loves that.
Dexter does love the tidbits.
Well, that's too big a piece. Give him little pieces.
I do like it, little pieces at a time.
Well, that looked like a big one.
Pretty goddamn good, eh, Dexter? Almost makes me want to have some.
Pretty darn good, Bob.
That's why we get 2. Because you know what, this really pacifies Dexter, but probably have to have a nap after this, right, Dexter?
Yeah. Don't give him the whole thing.
No, I always break it up and give him little pieces at a time.
Then he has to go outside.
Yeah, then he might have to go outside. But he'll tell us if he needs to go outside, that's
Just
for
put
sure.
him out the window and hang on to the leash.
That's right. We'll do the Michael Jackson.
Yeah, right.
That's what he did with his son. Hung him off the balcony.
Stupid. Yeah, that was crazy. Now, birds. Threw it out. I thought he threw it up.
There's one more.
Here, look. You dropped it.
Well, kind of don't want that one, eh, Dexter? I think he's done.
Done. Well, don't.
Alrighty, everyone, we are coming up to a spot called Deux Rivières, and this exit coming up here is going into Algonquin Park, and it's kind of a historical site where a meteor had hit, so there's quite a large crater back in the bush here. If anybody looks it up, it's called Algonquin Park, Brent Road, and it's a historical site. So anyways, we're also traveling right east along the Ottawa River here, and I just want to show you this really nice spot runs really low, right along the Ottawa River here. So we're kind of up on a hill here, and you know, like in small towns, this town's so small there's not a population sign on it. So there's an RV park here, and there are a few houses, probably not even 10 houses here. Yeah, so there's also there's a bridge right here where this other river runs out of Algonquin Park here.
Yeah, but you should be pointing it.
So yeah, this is a little spot coming up here. And this used to be an old gas station along here in the 70s.
Left or right?
On the left-hand side, we already passed it.
Okay.
But there's an old church there, and yeah. So right now we're going right along the Ottawa River here, and they have an RV park over here, and it's called Antlers.
Is it?
Yeah, it's called Antlers Trailer RV Park.
Huh.
So yeah, then for the next little bit of the road here, it's probably a good 5 miles of gradual uphill. So a couple of passing lanes on this hill too. There's also a whole bunch of places to go in on the left-hand side down on the Ottawa River, where there's a few summer resorts along in here. And the reason why I know that is because when my mom was a kid, she used to go to this one, and I forget the name of it, but Camp Lorraine, I think it's called.
Not resorts,
So,
just camps.
Yeah, it's a camp. It's a summer resort. We call them camps. But anyways, alrighty everyone, we are getting to another really nice part of this drive here, and it's also called Bissett Creek. And Bissett Creek is a place where 3 means of transportation cross. So there's a train trestle, Highway 17, and all at the same spot there's a river underneath the road. Plus this river flows into the Ottawa River. So it is really, really nice in here. I actually fished this little creek here at one point,
You can see.
and I caught was a couple of bass, but a buddy of mine told me that if you take a skidoo and you go back about 3 miles to the south here, the south is on the right, there's a good speckle lakes back in there. So yeah, so I really do like this. It's kind of like an S-turn kind of thing. There's a beautiful view out on the Ottawa River here.
Can't see it.
And there's also another nice log house right to the left here. But see, right at this part here, the train trestle is actually where 3 means of transportation cross. So yeah, nice little tidbit for our drive. Alrighty everyone, so we're coming into this another little town, and again, there's no population sign because there's probably less than 50 people that live here. But it's a little town called Stonecliff, and so it has a general store here off to the right hand side, or left hand side, sorry, and it is, I think it is open.
Yeah, it's
It doesn't say the price of gas, so I don't think there's any gas there. But yeah, there's a little community center here. Nice little spot, kind of out of the way place. And also, here's another RV park. There used to be two here, but one owner bought the other owner out. And it's called Morning Mist. Or sorry, I think they took away the name Morning Mist and they call it now
I forget now.
Pine. Well, we're coming up to
something.
Pine Valley.
Pine Valley. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's a really nice, really nice park. We stayed 2 years in it,
Yeah. So
and
nice.
that was pre-COVID,
Pine Valley.
and so it wasn't too bad to come here and spend it on the weekends. But then the price of gas started going up. They're raising the price up, so it really wasn't worth it. And that's when the year after we decided to buy our own property instead of renting off of somebody else. But yeah, there's lots of good four-wheeling here. There's lots of really good skidooing, and there's a snowmobile trail right on the right-hand side here that also leads you back to this road coming up.
Sign's missing. Something trail.
Yeah.
Something took the sign out.
Yeah, so there's another train trestle here also. They took out the tracks, but it's a spot where you can cross over on the four-wheeler. So I could see they put up guardrails and everything on here to make it safer. So now it is probably part of the skidoo trail. And then another provincial park is coming up here, and
Wildwood.
it's called Driftwood Park.
Oh, Driftwood.
And it's a pretty nice park. It's lots of beautiful beach on it. I've never actually stayed in the park, but I've seen lots of pictures. And when we had our trailer here, I used to fish just outside the park, and you could see right into the park and all the sand beaches. Just absolutely beautiful
Yeah.
spot up here. So,
Did we pass it yet?
no, it's just coming up here. So this is another little park. It's on the Ottawa River also, and it's called Lakeview Park. And it's again another little town that does not have a population sign. Again, probably less than 50 people, and it's called Mackay. But it's really a cool inlet here from the Ottawa River. So again, it would make if you had an RV trailer, you could stay at that park. There's tons and tons of fishing that you can do here. Lots of one thing about the Ottawa River, it does have a lot of species of fish in it, especially really big catfish. So it is also really big pickerel and lots of bass. So yeah, it's a fisherman's dream up in here. Alrighty, everyone. We're now coming into this town. It's called Rolfton, and we're about 2 hours into our drive. Well, maybe about an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's say. So this little town here, there's a crossover to Quebec, and it's called Swisha, and it's really nice. There's a couple islands on the Ottawa River that span a couple of bridges, and this town also has a power dam in it. Again, you know, another town with no population sign. Has a motel, restaurant. Again, probably less than 50 people live in this town, and they're out in the middle of no place, so the price of gas is pretty high here. But yeah, the power dam here, it holds the water back on the Ottawa River. So at one point, when back in the probably early 30s, 1930s or 1940s, they built this dam, but they had to restructure the river, and the river turned out to be wider heading west of here. So yeah, it made quite a difference in it. So there's kind of a lookout right here off to the left-hand side that you can see way down the Ottawa River, but I'm not going to stop and show you because we're on a time schedule here. So anyways,
Yeah, we are.
we'll talk to you soon. Alrighty, everyone. Now we're about 2 hours into our trip, and it's 25 after 12, and we're coming into this other town. It's quite a bit bigger town. It's called Deep River. And again, this is also a town right along the side of the Ottawa River. It has a beautiful park in it. This town, I don't think it has a hospital in it, maybe a small little medical center in it, but there's lots of, it has a downtown, has lots of malls in it. Yeah, there's not much here in Deep River. It's basically one of a town where it's just outside of a place called Chalk River. So a lot of people that live in this town also work at the Chalk River nuclear plant. So a little hotel right here on the left-hand side I stayed at one time. Ran out of power, froze their ass off in it.
4,200 population.
Yeah, 4,200 people live in this town. And again, like I said, there's not much of a business industry here. It's just, you'd almost call it a retirement town. But what they do have here is they have a Canadian Tire, they have a Canadian Tire gas bar, they have a Tim Hortons here, right along the side of the highway here. And also they have a Burger King. So it's not Whopper Wednesday, so for today is actually Whopper Saturday. So
Yeah, but you can go right into
looking,
the city.
yeah, you can go right into the city, but the Burger King is right along the side of the road, so we're not going to do that today. We're going to just stop at the Burger King, and then we're going to keep on going. So we're not going to show you too much of Deep River here, other than, like I said, it's a good spot of the highway here, like gas stations. I think they used to have a Mark's Work warehouse here, but they don't. They got a beer store here. Again, another place for lodging over here. I forget what the name of the motel is. But yeah, it's lunchtime at Burger King.
There's Den Lounge Hotel. Cheesy tots. What do they have here?
Yeah. Yeah, so this is just a little pit stop for our trip here. Alrighty, this is Chalk River. Again, another little town. It's a nuclear plant here. And price of gas, $1.41 a liter, so it's pretty cheap. So the next little part of the drive is it bypasses Petawawa, bypasses Pembroke, and then it comes into the little town of Cobden, where my mom lives. So it's basically no gas stations. If you need gas or anything, you don't, any amenities, you have to pull into these towns. So it's clear sailing from here on in, hopefully. And along the highway, there's 6 spots where there's stoplights, where instead of putting an overpass or whatever, they just put in stoplights. So quite a few times you have to stop along this highway to let at an intersection to let the other traffic through. So it is a little bit of a problem, but we're also coming up to a long straight stretch at about maybe 2 miles, and the straight stretch is about 10 miles long. So it's just straight ahead driving, and it goes right through the military exercise spot of Petawawa. So yeah, stay tuned. Alrighty, so this part of the road here is exercise base on each side of the highway for Petawawa. And like I was saying, it's like a 10-mile long stretch that you just drive straight. So at one point, if there wasn't a truck ahead of me, it just like narrows down to like a narrow tunnel when you look down this highway. But yeah, so when we left North Bay, it was nice blue sky, and so as we're getting closer to the Ottawa Valley, Pembroke area, it's starting to cloud over a little bit. So I was kind of hoping to show you guys a great sunset in the Ottawa Valley tonight, but if it's not as good as I want it to be, I'm not going to do it. But yeah, this is just a good part of the drive where you just might be fall asleep at the wheel kind of thing. But you can see there's some skidoo tracks alongside of the road here, and when you can see the grass along the side of the road, there's hardly any snow along in here. And again, like I said, there's usually about 2 feet of snow in the fields and in the bush at this point of the time every year. Yeah, so in the forecast I didn't see it being cloudy, but now it is. And we're running at about minus 2 degrees out, and there's a little bit of a wind. But stay tuned. I think the next part I'll show you is coming into the Ottawa Valley where all the farming area is. Alrighty everybody, we have just passed Pembroke, and out of those 6 lights, we just had to stop at 1 light here, so that was pretty quick going through Petawawa and Pembroke all at the same time. Usually it takes about another 5 minutes if you get hit at those lights, have to stop at those lights.
We'll be going back to Pembroke because that's where we're staying.
That's right, we're heading back to Pembroke after a little visit with my mom. And then we're going to go out for dinner at Finnegan's, and then I'm going to drive my mom back to Cobden, which is really only a 20-minute drive anyways. So this is kind of going into the Ottawa Valley here. We actually did pass some farmland, and that's on the south side of Pembroke. But again, this is the bypass that goes around Pembroke and Petawawa. They probably built it back in the late 1970s. As I remember as a kid that if you're taking a bus all the way from Sudbury, where I lived in Sudbury, to Cobden, it was probably a 6-hour bus ride that you had to stop in every little town, and Pembroke was one of them. Probably a 20-minute rest for the bus driver at that point, so he can make it all the way to Ottawa. But yeah, we're coming up to a spot, and it's called Westmeath Hill, and so I guess it is in Westmeath, but it's a kind of, when you get to the top of this hill, it's kind of like a lookout. You can see over the fields of the Ottawa Valley, and then you start heading down to a spot at the end of Muskrat Lake. It's called Muskrat River, and it kind of intertwines and goes in through Pembroke and that.
Intertwines.
Yeah, so having this bypass here really saves a lot of time. But this is the first exit going into Pembroke here. And this is the way I'll take on the way back. And then when I go to drop off my mom, I'll come out here at this intersection right here. So another thing about this hill is that when I was a kid, you could see right off to the left-hand side in here where it looked like a UFO had landed. There was a big round spot that never grew any grass at all. And it was just right back there, actually.
I missed it.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn the camera and show you, but
Jeez.
yeah, it was kind of an interesting spot. So yeah, so this is right at the end of the Muskrat Lake, called Muskrat River, and there's a parking spot here where you see a lot of boats, but I'll tell you, it's not frozen over at all.
No.
The river looks wide open. So now at this point of the drive, it's basically all farmland. A little bit of bushland here and there, but farmers' fields. Kind of goes up and down for the next maybe 10 miles. And then you come into this little town of 1,000 people called Cobden. So I'll show you that next.
Just wait, Dexter.
Alrighty, everyone. Now we're about 2 minutes away from Cobden here, and it's kind of little S-turn coming in here. This is pretty well the heart of the Ottawa Valley here, and right off to the left-hand side here is the sales barn where I used to work at every Tuesday afternoon when I was in high school. And I used to herd the cattle into pens after they were auctioned off. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. The only tool I used was a cane to direct the traffic, so that was sure a lot of fun. Instead of going to school, I was a cattle herder when I was 17. That was pretty cool. We made $20 for the afternoon.
Instead of going to school.
Yeah, instead of going to school, I was able to make 20 bucks.
On that one day.
On that one day, once a week, they'd have a
Oh my gosh.
sale barn sale there. So
Yeah.
now the traffic really slows down to like 50 kilometers an hour here, because what they want you to do is really see Cobden
Yeah, right.
at a snail's pace.
Yeah, well, maybe they should have put it down to 40 kilometers.
So we just passed a restaurant there. It's called the Brewery, and they have a microbrewery there, and most of their beer, to me, is not very good tasting. So, and then the food, I would only give it maybe a 6 or a 7. It's not the best food either. So, but it is one of the only restaurants here in Cobden. So here's also the park off to the left-hand side here, Cobden Park, where Marie and I actually got married at, right there.
There's
We
the
got
big,
married roughly about 15 years ago. Not quite 15 years now. And then
yes.
this is also
Yeah,
turning on the main street of Cobden.
it is
So I'll just show you here.
Jeez. Hey, Dexter,
Little-
you anxious?
Little town. Dexter just loves coming here. He's as we get closer to my mom's house, Dexter usually starts to cry because he's so excited.
Not now. The window's open, so he's looking outside.
But yeah, this is really a small town Ottawa Valley, and it is absolutely packed on the main street. I don't see any parking. There's got to be
Something's going on.
something's going on at the
At the Legion.
Legion.
$10,000 what?
Yeah, it's a barbecue today.
Oh, on a cool
Yeah, it almost looks like there was fishing
day.
derby
Okay, yeah.
going on. Anyways,
Okay, Dexter.
yeah. So there's a grocery store right here. And this is where we're turning into my mom's house. So talk to you soon, everybody.